Hello, welcome, Cabbage here. In More the Visions JP, let's have a look at my account after 450 days. And after the first anniversary, I decided to stop doing these account show and tells every month and do them every 50 days instead. So that's where we're at. And I feel like I have a lot to say this time, but let's go from the bottom here. We'll go to Vision Cards. And I have many UR Max Vision Cards, which I am super duper happy about. To give you an idea about how much work this took, I went back and I looked at my old videos, the ones where I first got really serious about Vision Cards. And it was October, mid-October, I had one UR Vision Card at 99, and that was Fenrir. So it's been pretty much 4 months, and yeah, this is what it looks like when you're very dedicated to working on your UR Vision Cards. But almost all of the hatchers, which gave you like 5 or 10 Vision Cards, UR, or the ones that gave you lots of shards, I got all of those, and this is what I ended up with. And after having them, I really feel like my account kind of went into overdrive. It's nice to have lots of characters, but it's not the whole story. And I kind of feel like, Max UR Vision Cards are maybe even more impactful on your account than like +5 equipment even. But feel free to give me your opinions about like what are the most impactful things on your account. I think we can all agree units are number one, but after that, yeah, let me know what you think there. I hope Global will get those buffs, which are just for the element here. This is highlighted in red here. Some people might think that they are restricting because they are element only, but actually I feel like it encourages more different types of builds. I mean, if you wanted to use like this card, and then give one of your ice units, like both magic resistance up and attack up, then you could just put this on like Algris or somebody, and then you wouldn't have to use Ifrit. You could save yourself a slot on another team member. So I feel like it opens up more options for you. But I have these guys left to work on. They're mostly Espers, because when I get Mog medals, the Rainbow Mog medals, I usually buy the non-Esper Vision Cards because they're cheaper to work on. Oh, and also with the Element party buffs, I find myself using the MR Vision Cards more often because they do have those unique abilities there. Especially with like mono element parties for raids or the tower or stuff, I find myself using a lot of MR Vision Cards. Okay, next, let's look at Espers. I'm going to say this in a video coming out soon, but I feel like Espers are kind of a weak spot for me. There are Espers where I've not unlocked their 3-star versions yet, but also just my knowledge of them, like which Espers are good for which characters, in which situations. I need to do a bit more study. I feel like if I wrote down like a chart, then that would help me remember. But yeah, Espers are fun because you can customize them, for different situations, different characters. And yeah, MR and lower, they are good as well. And then I really should work on the resonances of the lower rarity Espers, because, sometimes there's a PvP that have cost limits, and to be able to get good use out of a lower cost Esper can be very helpful for your team building. Okay, next let's look at equipment. I have been working a little bit harder on equipment lately, but here are my weapons. I wonder if there's anything here to say really. Oh, I do want to say that I love the weapon skins. I don't know if people have been experimenting with those in Global, but yeah, that's fun. Maybe I'll do a video someday of like my favorite weapon skins. Yeah, nothing to say for weapons really. I don't put as much effort into them as armor and accessories. Nothing much to say here either. Oh, I finally got my ribbon to +4. Maybe someday in the future I'll take it to +5 if that event ever comes back. I had it sitting at +3 for a long time, and I didn't want to spend the materials to upgrade it, but yeah, now I can get the 20 max evade, so that's nice. Maybe more interesting is the craftable stuff, or like stuff that I am going to be crafting soon. Here's the Bale Bargonet. I have the +4 right now, but I just need a few more of these purple guys in order to make the +5. And then maybe I can start making some Pierce Resistance teams. That should be fun. Let's see, still working on the Platinum Robe. I have all of the recipes that I need. But I need more of these white things, and then these bones. So I'm waiting for the next event to come around that will give me that, and then I can finally finish this. And then for accessories, next on my to-do list is the Elven Mantle. This one too, I need white things, so yeah. Next time that comes around, I'll be working hard on that. Getting all of these guys was a giant pain, because there's a lot of recipes that require this, so the ribbon, for example, so that was hard to gather those up. Okay, and then finally our units. Lots and lots of units. I talked about my EX units in the Tower Reflections video. Everything I said there still holds. And then later, maybe next week, maybe 2 weeks from now, I'll make a video looking back at 3 months of EX job units. And then I'll do that tier list again of all of the legacy units. But yeah, I was very concerned, of course, at the announcement of EX units. But seeing them in practice the last 2.5 months, I'm not worried anymore. I think global players are going to enjoy it. They're still not necessary for PvE, which is part of the reason why I am relieved. But they're fun. You get to, you know, renew some older units. They get new skills. You can use them in different ways. Joke characters like Rob become very, very powerful. So yeah, the direction of the game seems fine as far as EX jobs. But of course, I'm getting a lot of use still out of my level 99 units. Again, in the tower, that was a good showcase for them. And then also other places where you need mono-element teams. Again, solo raids or those weapon quests. Let's see, I got a couple of cost 100 units that I am slow building. Here's Mont. He is on his way to Limit Break 5. And then here's Helena. She's getting there to Limit Break 3. I did talk about cost 100 units in the last video, I think it was. But like the way that the game is set up now, they'll give you the regular rates for their launch banner, which was a big turn-off for me, a big barrier to entry for me. But that's gone. Hopefully that keeps up, so that will make cost 100 units more gettable. And then they also hand out enough units to get you to Limit Break 3 if you're free to play, and then very close to Limit Break 4 if you buy a few of the discounted shards. So if you're satisfied with, you know, level 89 cost 100 units in the short term, and then you work on them slowly from there, then I think cost 100 units become much more attractive to all kinds of players. But again, hopefully it doesn't become a regular thing, not like a monthly thing. Okay, and then we got MR units. Again, in the tower they shine, so they're great. And then we have the lower rarity units. Again, in tower I found that in the right situations, EX job units of lower rarities, they're as good, they're as usable as UR units. So that was very cool to see. It'll be interesting to see what happens once all of these older units get the EX jobs. Maybe they will introduce new SR units? Maybe? I don't know. But yeah, 450 days in, I feel like my motivation and joy in playing is as high as it's ever been in this game. So yeah, I feel really good about it. It's not a perfect game, of course. Maybe later this weekend I'll put up a video, my wish list for 2021. But yeah, lots to like about the game. Okay, I think that'll do it for this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again. Take care.